Check, 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 check.
Well,
Mic 2,
95.7.
mic 2.
Hey, Tiff.
Hey.
Hey.
Extra innings on that one before us. So
Yeah.
that's why we're running way late.
All right. So, okay. All right, I'm on 2, you're on 1.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right.
All right. on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com. I'm Dawn Morgan with TJ Miracle, and getting this 1 o'clock game going a little bit late. There was an extra inning game, a 5A game before us, and Carlsbad ended up winning 1-0 over Centennial. It was a battle of number 1 and 2 teams in the state 5A, and Carlsbad won it to move on to the championship 5A tomorrow. If Centennial wants to be there, they're going to have to win again this afternoon, earn the right back through the consolation bracket to get there. So that brings us and sets up this game here on field number 1 at Cleveland High School at the Shock Yard of Cleveland. They are the Storm, but this is your Lady Wildcat game against, wait for it, Gallup. I know you're thinking, wait a minute, we've been here before. Yes, we have. Yesterday morning's game 1 for Lovington was against Gallup, and Gallup won that one 3-0, but Lovington played very well, and the Lovington is on a high and on a roll, having won their consolation bracket game this morning against a number 4 seed. They played St. Pius and beat the Sartans, and that game was very exciting. It came down to the bottom of the 7th inning, and Lovington prevailed and won 8-7 in a walk-off win. So they are coming on the momentum of that game. Hopefully they didn't leave it all out on the field in that game, and they've had a nice rest between games to be ready for this one against Gallup. So they fell to Gallup 3-0 yesterday, but they try it again today. And you know, it's interesting, it's the same lineup for both coaches that they had for that game yesterday morning.
Well, it should be a fantastic game as we look forward to the beginning of this one. Of course, Lovington, as you mentioned, knocking off St. Pius earlier. The winner of this one will turn right around and play Artesia, who fell in a little bit of a shocker to the Silver City Fighting Colts, or I guess the Lady Colts as they would be.
Silver's number 2 in state, ranked number 2, seeded number 2 in state 4A. As I put my mic, it's a little bit closer. I think that's probably a little better. The top-ranked team in 4A, of course, and then number 2 is Silver. And yeah, it was a little bit of a surprise for some folks, but Artesia's, Artesia, they're gamers, so they're ready to.
They're actually sitting to our left. We're getting ready to watch this game.
They know that they take on the winner of this game, and so they're wondering, is it, which team is it going to be? Is it going to be Gallup? Is it going to be Lovington? Well, the Lady Cats want it to be Lovington, and they're going to try their best in this one. So same starting lineups for both teams now. Lovington girls are home in this one, and the home team is in the dugout down the third base line. We are sitting right behind home plate, and actually my view is a little bit blocked out, and I've got a pretty good look, but first batter is up for Gallup as the visitors. They're up first, and it's number 6, Jasmine Marufo, your right fielder, who is up first, and the first pitch getting ready for that here. Underway, 1-0, I know, 1-0 the count. And that is going to miss just a little in. Oh, no, call, strike 1. All right, so this ump really takes his time.
I remember this ump from yesterday. He can be, he's very deliberate.
Very deliberate. I think he thinks about it and one takes his time. There's a little hit off the end of the bat. It's going to go foul down the first base line for strike 2. So 1-2 the count on Marufo. And Marufo in right field for Gallup. On deck is number 1, Brenna Vicente, your second baseman for Gallup, and in the hole is number 5, Sanaya Haynes, the pitcher. So 1-2 count really on Marufo. And that is going to miss low and inside for ball number 2. It evens it up. Daphne Udahara is in the circle. Starting pitcher for Lovington, Quiroga, is behind the plate. That's your battery. 2-2 count now. And a little foul off to the left just beyond the Lovington dugout for a foul. Just remains 2-2 the count on this first batter up.
Tiff, just a quick note, we can't hear the ding-ding on the when you're texting, so maybe text the other phone, please.
2-2 count. Udahara leans in, and a swing and a miss. She got her. Strikeout. Catcher dropped the ball, but Quiroga picks it up, fires down to first. So a strikeout and the first out for Lovington and the first strikeout for Udahara. Olguina's on first. You've got Sanchez at second. You've got Angelina Corral at third. Hernandez at short. Chavarria in left. Marquez in center. Chloe Corral in right. Up next is Brenna Vicente playing second base for Gallup. She is a left-handed batter. Haynes on deck now, Balone in the hole, and she shows bunt, but it goes foul she got it right on the end of the bat, and it kind of had it tilted over to the left, and that's where it went foul. So a strike one on Vicente. We'll see if she shows bunt, tries that again. Gallup trying to get a runner on and get him around. It was a very low-scoring win yesterday, 3-0. A rematch of that first game yesterday here as Lovington's got another shot at him. That misses outside for ball one. 1-1 the count. Haynes, the pitcher, and a very capable pitcher for Gallup, is on deck, and she's she's also a capable hitter in that third slot. Oh, a swing and a miss for a strike. So 1-2 the count now, as Daphne Urahara came in relief in that first game this morning in Lovington's win over St. Pius. Swing and a ground ball to Sanchez, who picks it up, fires to first to Olguin, and out number 2. So 4-3 in the books for out number 2. And that brings up Haynes to the plate. Where's jersey number 5? That means that Morgan Ballone is on deck now, and KL Blackfoot is in the hole now. So outside for ball one. 1-0 as Sabri Sanchez started in the circle for Lovington in their game against St. Pius, did a very nice job and pitched until late. And there she shows bunt, lays a nice one down. Quiroga's got it, makes the throw, but not in time. As that really was a beautiful bunt. Got to give credit where credit's due. You don't see really nice bunts that often, and that was a perfect bunt and then great speed, and she beat it out. Unfortunately for Lovington, Haynes is on first.
Well, and that was kind of one of those unexpected things. Nobody really
She
expects.
dropped the bat late.
Yeah, to do that with 2 outs, and so that'll keep it moving with Ballone coming to the plate.
Blackfoot on deck and Charlie in the hole. Lovington would like to get them out before we get that far. I think there will be a courtesy runner on first with Haynes being the pitcher. Then we'll have a courtesy runner, and that's what the meeting between the... So, let's see.
I believe that's 17 Green.
Okay, Green. Looking at, Jayla Green. So Green is going to be on first. Courtesy running for Haynes, the pitcher. And now Ballone at the plate, and that is a call, strike. So a strike on the outside corner as Urahara came in relief. I believe it was in that, I have to look back, I believe it was in the 5th inning.
Yes, it was.
The 5th inning. So she pitched a couple of innings. She had some time to rest as well. And that's fouled off over our heads for strike 2. So 0-2 the count on, and I'm not sure if it's Ballone or Ballone. So my apologies, but nobody ever told me about that yesterday or when I did the game. But Morgan Ballone, the third baseman for Gallup. Swing and a line drive shot out between left and center. Chavaria's going for it to the wall. That's going to score 1, and the throw comes in to Hernandez. And that's going to be an RBI double for Morgan Ballone. An RBI double puts Gallup on the board.
And the damage that you can do with 2 outs is often indicative, and that can be something that at the end of the game comes back to haunt you.
So a bunt single turns into the first run for Gallup. Ballone on second, and Blackfoot to the place now. Blackfoot in the 5th batting slot for Gallup. 2 outs, 1 on, runner at second base. Gallup leading now 1-0. That misses outside for ball 1.
And if you're Urahara right here, you just need to come back. You can't really worry about anything that has happened. Just concentrate. You'll get the run back.
Blackfoot with a 1-0 count. Charlie is on deck. Oh, hello.
Swinging a foul ball.
Yeah, a foul ball that hit Quiroga. She's walking it off. A 1-1 count. So, as a catcher, boy, you take a lot of punishment back there. Even when you've got your chest protector and shin guards and all of that, your mask, you still take a lot of punishment behind the plate, and you eat a lot of dirt too.
I wouldn't want to do it.
Yeah, having said that, this is field number 1, and this is the only field that is artificial surface, artificial turf, and it's a beautiful field. And the infield is actually colored to look like dirt, And so it's very realistic, but
especially the dirt around here, it's kind of
yeah.
it's brown, not
It
really
is.
red, kind
That's
of a
right.
light tannish brown.
So it's I like the fact that I think they deliberately did that. Looks very nice. So it's a nice field, less dirt to eat, and a little bit of a breeze, but it's coming behind us. And this field again is the only one that really is that has wraparound bleachers, and the sun is at our back, so we're in the shade.
Thank
and,
goodness.
Yeah.
Our equipment
However,
thanks us too.
The players, of course, are not. So we're back to play now. 1-1 count on Blackfoot. And that is going to miss outside and low for ball 2. So 2-1 the count. Charlie on deck, So in the hole, So the designated player for Gallup. Gallup, by the way, under head coach Will Haynes, and I believe he is the father of the pitcher Sanaya Haynes. I know what it's like to be a coach's daughter and be a pitcher. And that hit right straight up the middle. Again, it goes out to center field. It will score 1, and it's going to And really, it's not an error. It just went right by Udahara.
Yeah, it was
in
just
the
in
circle.
the perfect spot, and nothing anybody could do about it. So
RBI,
a soft single.
Yep, RBI single, and has Black Goat on first, and it brought Balone in.
Yeah, babe, you're ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
So 2 runs across and 1 runner on now. As Charlie to the plate, So on deck, Martinez. Oh, and there's a pop over to the shortstop, and Angelina Corral gets it and throws it over to third. So a little chop hop fielded well, and that's the 3rd out. But damage is done as 2 runs come across, 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 1st inning, and Lovington coming up to that for the first time. They trail 2-0. We'll be back with the call on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball, live here in Rio Rancho at the Shock Yard as Gallup puts 2 up in the 1st inning. So Lovington with some work to do. And with the call, here's Dawn Morgan.
Thank you, TJ. Yes, and it, of course, top of the order, 1, 2, 3. Avery Marquez in center field up first. Batting second will be number 4, Honey Morales, your designated player, and third, Anahi Quiroga. And Marquez steps up, hits at the first pitch she sees, and fouls it off to the screen for strike 1. 0-1 the count. So Quiroga in the hole. And Haynes is in the circle pitching for Gallup. Martinez behind the plate. That's your battery. A hit, high fly. It's going, is it going to stay foul? Going over for it is Marufo out in right field, and she misses it and then takes a tumble. It rolls to the fence, but she was reaching for it and knowing she was coming up on the fence, I think. But it foul ball and not caught, so just becomes a long strike. 0-2 count on Marquez. As Marquez trying to get something going for Lovington. They come into this first at bat trailing 2-0. So they need to get those runs back. Ready for the pitch. Swing and a high pop. Going over, calling for it is the second baseman. That is Vicente, and she has to fight off the sun, but makes the grab and hangs on to it. So a pop out to the second baseman, position 4th for the first out. So Marquez trying to get something going. Now it's up to Honey Morales, designated player, next up. She will try to get Lovington on. Quiroga awaits on deck, and Olguin is in the hole. Black Goat on first, Vicente at second, Balone at third, and Charlie at shortstop for Gallup. Ooh, and did she go? She broke the plane, yeah. So it was high and outside, but Morales chasing that one. A half swing, checked it, but not in time. 0-1 count. Chi is in left, Zarate is in center, Marufo in right field for Gallup.
And
So
the
no
appeal
pitch.
down, yeah.
The appeal.
And so didn't
So,
break it, but she checked
That's
it up
right.
in time.
So 1-1 is the count now. So Morales trying to get a base runner on. Lovington usually aggressive at the bat and aggressive at the plate. And Honey Morales chases an outside one. Needed about a foot and a half extension on the end of that bat to be able to reach that one.
Yeah, not sure that would be legal. Just saying.
1-2 the count. Quiroga on deck. Olguin in the hole, and that misses outside for ball number 2. So Morales with 2 strikes on her. Got to be protecting the plate. 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the first inning here. A swing and a miss. So strikeout number 1, out number 2. And that brings up Quiroga to the plate.
And a pretty good changeup right there from Haynes up there as way out in front of that one. Morales just not quite ready on it.
And I noticed in the game yesterday with Haynes in the circle as well that she has very drastic changes of speed that she's capable of, and she doesn't telegraph it. So as a batter, you really don't know until she releases the ball. Is it going to be the heat? Is it going to be a changeup? Is it going to hit the corner? Is it going to be a breaking ball? Is it going to be the changeup? So, and Lovington had a little bit of trouble catching up. Lovington, I think, had 3 hits off of her yesterday. 4 hits, I think. We'll see. Let's see. Yep, 3 hits. Lovington had 3 hits off of Haynes. So they're looking, since they've seen her a whole game, they're looking to try to improve that at the bat here. We'll see. And that is foul down the first base line for a strike on Quiroga, the catcher. Olguin on deck now, and Angelina Corral in the hole. As 2 outs, nobody on. Lovington trailing 2-0 against Gallup. They lost to Gallup only by 3 runs yesterday morning, though. It was 3-0. That's outside for a ball, so evens the count 1-1. 2-1, actually. 2 balls, 1 strike now. 2-1. I looked up and saw the board. We actually have a scoreboard at this field, and that hits the outside corner for a call. Strike 2 on Quiroga. So 2-2 the count. That is going to miss outside. Little 2 outside, and that runs the count full on Quiroga now. 3-2 the count.
Good eye for the Lady Cat catcher. Outfield's playing pretty deep. They're respecting the power.
Oh, and that is going to miss outside. Take your base is what he says. Quiroga leaned on it. Quiroga really wanted to go for that, but she let it go. And now Lovington could get a 2-out rally going with a runner on first. And Quiroga will have a courtesy runner. My guess it's Zimmery Ellis. When Ellis is up, yep, it is. Ellis is available. She runs for Quiroga. So Ellis will be on first. And 2 outs, but a runner on now. Jocelyn Olguin to the plate. She plays first base and is your cleanup hitter for Lovington. Angelina Corral on deck, and Anahi Chevarria is in the hole for Lovington.
Of course, the winner of this game will go on to play Artesia immediately following. So it'll be a quick turnaround for one of these squads.
That's going to miss outside, high and outside for ball 1. So Olguin lets that one go. 2 outs, a runner on first now for Lovington. Lovington left too many runners on base when they got on base against. They left 3 on base against Gallup yesterday. Ooh, and that is a strike. So that evens the count up, 1-1. 1-1 on Olguin. Lovington, their first at bat here in the bottom of the first inning. Do or die time. They've got to win this game to move on. That misses outside, and a throw down to first to try to get Ellis off base. She scrambles back safely.
Ellis does tend to get a little far off of the bag sometimes. Just something worth watching as we move through this game. Lovington very aggressive on the base paths.
And that's going to miss high and outside for ball I believe that's ball 2.
I think that
I
should
think
be
that's
ball
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're behind on the scoreboard. It is ball 3. 3-1 the count now, with Ellis on first, 2 outs, and Lovington looking to get something going. They're trailing 2-0 here. That's a swing and a miss. That runs the count full on Olguin. So Lovington, if they're going to get this, keep this little 2-out rally going and make use of that runner on first. Don't want a strander. A walk is a gift, and that is another gift. So 2 walks. Back to back. Runners on first and second now. Angelina Corral to the plate, plays third base. Now Chavaria on deck and Hernandez in the hole. Here we are, and there is a bit of a breeze, but it's blowing from left to right, and it's not too strong. Ooh, a nice high fly ball headed out to center field. Zarate comes under it, calls for it, catches it, and ends the threat by Lovington. So Corral gives it a ride, but a fly out to center field ends the at-bat with no runs on no hits, no errors, 2 left on base. We go to the top of the second inning. Lovington trailing 2-0. We'll be back with more Lady Wildcat State softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years
1 minute,
and
Tiff.
is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
The Lady Cats threaten, but come up empty in the bottom of the first inning. They leave 2 runners stranded as we head to the top of the second. Gallup with the 2-0 lead and with the call. Here's Dawn Morgan.
Thank you, TJ. Bottom of the order for Gallup, 7, 8, 9 up. That's So, Martinez, and Chi. So first time through the order here. First hit over to third. Corral picks it up, fires to Olguin for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Pretty efficient.
Yeah, I was going to say, you don't get much more efficient than that.
So scored in the book, 5-3, first out. That brings up Martinez, the catcher, to the plate. Chi on deck, and now then back up to the top with Marufo in the hole. So Martinez, the catcher, right-handed batter. 1 out, nobody on. First pitch comes in low. Oh, a call strike. So, yeah. Just
Right at
takes
the
his
knees on
time.
the inside corner, yeah.
And I can't see either one really unless I look up over the brick here behind the backstop. And a foul over to the left beyond the Lovington dugout for strike number 2. So 0-2 count on Martinez as Gallup got on the board early in their first at bat, scored 2 runs.
And, of course, we are not allowed in the press box here, even though the video service of the NMAA is not present. We are still not allowed upstairs.
High fly into center field, and Marquez comes under it, makes the grab, and hangs on to it. That was a really it was a well-hit ball, more of a line drive than a fly. And Marquez, watch that, played the wind on it just a little bit, made a good grab. So a fly out to position 8 in the book for out number 2. And that brings up Chi to the plate, left fielder. And after Chi, it's top of the order, Marufo on deck and Vicente in the hole. Left-handed batter. Beautiful pitch. It missed. Yeah, call strike. I was going to say, didn't see anything wrong with it, but it must have missed slightly. Call, strike 1. Beautiful pitch. Above the knees on the outside corner. And that's hit over foul toward the Gallup dugout. So strike 2 quickly. 0-2 count. 2 outs, nobody on. here in this must-win game. One of these teams is moving on to play Artesia immediately after this game is over, and the other team's season is done. That is going to miss high and away for ball number 1, 1-2 count. Udahara in the circle for Lovington. She pitched the game against Gallup yesterday. There's a high fly ball coming under Hernandez. Moves over from shortstop to grab it and keep it. So a fly out to shortstop for the third out. Not very many pitches pitched in that. 3 up, 3 down at bat for Gallup. So no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. And we go to the bottom of the second inning. Lovington trailing 2-0. And we'll be back in 1 minute with Lady Wildcat State Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
The Lady Cats get the Lady Bengals 1-2-3 in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second, and with the call, Dawn Morgan.
Thank you, and it is the bottom of the order for Lovington, and a swing and a miss for strike 1 on Chavarria. 0-1 count. Chavarria stepping up, first plate appearance. Hernandez on deck, and Corral, that's Chloe Corral, in the hole. Lovington trailing. They've got to get base runners on and around and in, and that misses outside for 1-1. Yesterday in the game, Haynes, who's in the circle for Gallup, struck out 9, walked 1. Udahara struck out 7 and walked 1. And a ground ball to the shortstop. Charlie picks it up and fires over to Blackgoat in time. So Chavarria put out, ground out to the shortstop for the first out. There were 8 pitches thrown by Udahara in that at-bat against Gallup in the top of the second.
Very efficient work there for Daphne.
So that brings up Hernandez to the plate, her first plate appearance, playing shortstop. She had a good game this morning against St. Pius. Shows bunt, pulls it back, hits high and outside for ball 1. Chloe Corral on deck, now Sabri Sanchez in the hole. And then we'll flip up to the top of the order again. So 1-0 count on Hernandez. 1 out, nobody on here in the bottom of the second inning. Ooh, did she go? Yes, it was a strike. So 1-1 count. Pretty good crowd here in these stands, the wraparound stands, pretty full. A lot of Gallup folks making the trip, I think, and some Lovington too. A swing and a miss for strike 2, 1-2 the count.
Of course, if you couldn't make the trip, we appreciate you listening on KLEA Hobbs Lovington, Cool 95.7, and on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
And that's going to miss low for ball number 2. So 2-2 the count. And Gallup, I don't know who they had to play today, but they had a 9 o'clock game this morning, I think, as well, either 9 or 11. A high fly pop out of play off to the right, so count remains 2-2. Hernandez protecting the plate. She's going to have to swing at anything close enough to be called a strike. Try to either hit it or spoil it off, as she does there. 2-2 the count. Swing and catches a piece of it, enough to foul it back to the back screen to stay alive at the plate. So 2-2 the count.
And they played Bloomfield this morning and won that game 8-3.
8-3. So Gallup has had one game today, just like Lovington has. That's going to miss outside for ball 3. Runs the count full on Hernandez. Thanks for looking that up.
and was actually talking with Coach McCraw before the game, and Haynes is apparently pretty much the only pitcher that Gallup has, so they're going to ride her as long as they can.
And a swing and a miss as Hernandez goes down swinging for strikeout number 2 and out number 2 for Gallup. And that's certainly possible with pitching. If you've worked yourself, if you do the work all year, not just a few months, if you work all year, you toughen your fingertips, your skin up, and you work if you're in shape to do it, to keep pitching, you can just keep pitching. And even if your skin splits, you use the super glue and you keep on going. So it's if you're tough, you can just hang on and keep pitching. A 1-1 count now on Chloe Corral.
Pretty good pitch there as Martinez tried to frame it up. The ump not buying it.
So 1-1 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the second inning, Lovington trailing 2-0. They've got, and a swing and a miss.
That changeup of
it is wicked.
Haynes is wicked, yeah.
She's very effective with her change of speeds, and it's really impossible as a hitter to know when she does her windup what you're going to get usually. Just go wait for the release. And there she brought the heat, hit the outside corner, call strike 3, and strikeout number 3 for Haynes. 3 up, 3 down. Lovington not scoring any runs there. They're going to have to hold Gallup in the top of the third. We'll be back with the call. Lady Wildcat State Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Norley Hospital District proudly announces they now offer extended hours in both Lovington and Hobbs medical clinics for all of your minor injuries, minor illnesses, and minor wounds. Norley is working diligently to better serve you. Call ahead for appointments for Lovington Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-396-6611, 396-6611. And for Hobbs Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-433-3000, 433-3000. Norley Hospital District, united in service, trusted for life.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball from Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports on Cool 95.7. The Lady Cats go 1-2-3 in the second. We head to the third. Gallup still up 2-0. And with the call, Dawn Morgan.
Thank you. Lady Wildcats State Softball action. An exciting one against St. Pius this morning as Lovington gave us all a thrill with that 8-7 win in the bottom of the seventh. And now they're here facing Gallup in a do-or-die game. Must win to move on. And we have the top of the order up for Gallup. Marufo, left-handed batter up. Well, now she's switching. Marufo is up. And this pitch is going to be, yes, a called strike. I thought it looked like a strike. I was waiting to see what he would do with that.
Again, a bit of a delay there, but.
Right. So, 0-1 count. Shows bunt, lays it down, a pretty one. And coming in from the circle is Urahara. And the throw is good, but not in time as Marufo lays down a beautiful bunt. Got to give credit where credit's due. So a bunt single as her on first, and she threw her bat down late too. And it's a challenge when you throw your bat down late like that to pull off a beautiful bunt, but it's unfortunate for the Lady Cats. It puts a runner on first. Vicente now up to the plate, and
she fakes the bunt.
Yeah, she showed bunt. She is a left-handed batter and, works that slap bunt, slap hit from the left side of the plate. But it was outside for ball one. 1-0 the count. No outs, so runner on first. And there's a solid line drive out between first and second. But Chloe Corral's on it, throws it in, but it's going to move Marufo over to third, and it's a single for Vicente. So Vicente's on with a single.
Yeah, Vicente was just sitting back. She pretty much, I think, had the pitch sequence there, so they might ought to think about changing a few things up. And she was sitting back on Udahata's fastball and just ripped it out past Old Geen and out to corral and right.
So runners at first and third now for Gallup. No outs, and that brings Haynes, the pitcher, up to the plate. And that is going to miss outside for ball one. So 1-0 the count as the runner, Vicente, gets halfway down thinking there might be a throw, stops, and no throw from Quiroga. So she makes it to second. So runners now at second and third.
And a little bit of gamesmanship there. She stopped hoping they would try and throw so they could try and cash in Marufo.
I think it was called a taunt. I think
so, yes.
I think a taunt there, yeah. So,
and she will attempt to taunt a second time, but it doesn't
time.
really work with no open base.
So 1-1 the count, as that was a call strike. So nice pitch on the inside corner, by the way. And that is going to just miss the outside corner, just a little high and outside for ball two. 2-1 count on Haynes as Ballone is on deck and Black Goat is in the hole for Gallup. They are leading 2-0. Lovington wants to keep that right where it is. That comes in high and inside, a little chin music as Haynes ducks. 3-1 count now. Runners on second and third. Scoring position for Gallup. Shows bunt, lays one down the third base line. Corral comes in on it, throws to Quiroga. The throw is good. Quiroga's foot's on the bag, but she muffs. He doesn't hang on to the throw. As she doesn't hang on to the throw, so I've got
a squeeze play.
Yeah, and the throw was good. I guess I'm going to have to put the error on the catcher on E2. So an E2 allows Marufo to score from third, moves Vicente over to third, and it's going to be a courtesy runner in for Haynes, probably Green again, I would bet, as Haynes reaches on the fielder's choice and now has a courtesy runner. So again, runners at second and third.
And nobody out.
Yep, no outs. One runner across makes it 3-0. Your score here in this game.
And now's the danger zone. This is where we saw this in the last game earlier today. Lovington managed to buckle down in that one and not give up any more runs.
And that ball is going to be a ball, so it missed. So the count is 2-0 on Ballone.
They're going to be very important for him to keep it right here. You don't want to have to try and come back from 4, 5, 6, 7 runs down against a team like this Gallup Bengals team.
You start you let them get too far ahead, and it's toast. There's a chopper, a grounder. It's going to find its way between short and third out to left field, and it's going to score one, and it is going to score two.
No, just the one.
Just the one. Got her. Wow, she slid in, and I thought it was going to be safe. The ump took his time, showing that was out. Again, very deliberate. So just the one run scored. Vicente came in, and then they throw out the courtesy runner, I think Green, at home plate. And Ballone, in the confusion, makes it all the way to second. So she reaches on a fielder's choice as well.
No, that'll be a RBI single.
Okay.
RBI single to left.
An RBI single to left? Oh, okay. All right. There we go. Now I've got it right. Ballone, RBI single. Okay. And Black Goat to the plate now. All right.
And the first pitch was a called strike one.
0-1 count on Black Goat, playing first base. She hit a single. She had a single and got stranded her first time up. An RBI single her first time up. It's her second plate appearance, and a 1-1 count now on her with a runner out on second. 2 runs across so far in this at-bat. There's a hit right up the middle, and that hit out to Marquez, throws it in, but it will score one. It scores one, and Ballone crosses the plate. Black Goat has an RBI single again, and another run scores.
And very similar to the one she hit in the first inning, just shot it right back up the middle and really into no woman's land where nobody could get close to it.
So your score is 5-0 now. Gallup leading here in the top of the third inning. 3 runs across so far in this at-bat, and still no outs. Ouch.
1 out.
Well, 1 out. Yeah, 1 out now, which is good. Just the out at the plate just a few minutes ago, which was a 5-2 throw.
7-5-2, yeah.
Well, it started out at 7, but 5-2 was the throw that got her out. And that's all I usually write down. I know you write down the sequence. Charlie at the bat. Straight away, line drive up to center. Marquez comes in on it, throws to second base. But that's going to be another hit. So Charlie with a single.
It might not be a bad time for Coach McCraw to take a timeout and to come out and just try and settle things down with only one out. I do think that he is probably – looks like he may be moving some girls around in the dugout. He might be getting ready to send Sabri Sanchez over to the bullpen to start warming up.
Sanchez actually started the game against St. Pius and pitched well. And Udahara, did pitch well against Gallup yesterday with the 7 strikeouts and 1 walk. But Gallup seems to have her number today. It took them a little while. They hit her and scored 2 runs in the first. Went 3 up, 3 down in the second, and now here they are. There is a hit, but O'Gean knocks it down and goes back to first, touches first herself for a 3 unassisted for the second out, and it moves Black Goat over to third and Charlie over to second. So 2 outs, but runners at second and third now, and that brings up Madison Martinez, the catcher, to the plate. She had a fly out her last time, hit a long fly ball out to center field, so she's 0 for 1. 2 outs, 2 on. And Gallup now leading 5-0. But Lovington really needs to get this third out quickly if they can. There's a swing and a miss for strike 1 on Martinez. 0-1 the count. She on deck. And then back top of the order, Marufo. But Lovington would like for it not to get that far. So 0-1 count. Oh, and she pulls that one. Sharply hit ball foul over beyond the Lovington dugout for strike number 2.
Daphne took just a little bit off of that one, and I think that's what saved it, as Martinez was sitting dead red and got on it very early and shot it out of here in a hurry. Fortunately, foul.
So 0-2 the count now. 2 outs, 2 on. Runners at second and third. Martinez hits a ground ball to Hernandez. She picks it up, fires to O'Gean at first for the third out, and that ends the at-bat for Gallup. But not before they put 3 runs across, and they do that on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. So we're going to go to the bottom of the third inning. Lovington trailing 5-0. Coming up to the plate, though, to bat. And we'll have more Lady Wildcat State softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
And Cool 95.7.
Dust blowing and the change of weather causes you to feel yucky. Sinus infections, congestion, or even just a routine cold. Chiropractic care can help you. Areola Chiropractic Center helps patients feel their best. See for yourself. Check out Areola Chiropractic Center's Facebook page. Areola Chiropractic Center, helping patients feel better, one spine at a time.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Good. I wanted
Gallup cashes in 3 runs in the top half of the third inning. Lovington with some work to do, and as they come to the plate, here's Dawn Morgan.
Thank you very much. Bottom of the order for Lovington as Sabri Sanchez, the 9th slot hitter, is up to the plate, and then top of the order, Marquez and Morales, and a long fly ball is going to land between left. Oh, and it's over. Did it bounce over?
Ground
or
rule.
was it?
Yep,
Yeah, it
double.
bounced over the fence and deep between center and left field, and that was a beautifully hit ball, and it bounced over. So a ground rule double as Sabri Sanchez hits the first pitch she sees, and she's on base, and Lovington is in business here with a ground rule double.
Yeah, Sabri was sitting back on that one and just put an absolute charge in it and got it out there, and it took a big bounce and then hopped up over the fence.
So no outs and a runner on second now. Marquez, leadoff batter to the plate. She hits the first one she sees. It's going out to center. This time it's a catchable ball. Zarate's got it. And then tagging up is Sanchez and making it to third. So Sanchez, so it's a sac fly to center field for the first out. But it moves a runner and brings Honey Morales to the plate. Morales struck out her first time up, so she's due 0 for 1 and due here. So 1 out, a runner at third. Lovington needing to bring in as many runs as they can. They're trailing this one 5-0. Its first pitch is high and outside for ball one, so 1-0 count on Morales.
And I think you stay aggressive here on Haynes. You don't want to give her time to catch her breath. She's a little bit shocked right now that Lovington has managed to put 2 back-to-back hard hits on her, and Dad's coming out to try and settle things down. He sees what could happen here.
And up until that hit, until Sanchez hit that ground rule double, Lovington had not had a hit in the game. They had only 2 base runners, and they had reached on walks until that hit by Sanchez. So a hit and then a sac fly to move the runner around, and now Morales at the plate, Quiroga on deck, Olguin in the hole. So it's 2, 3, and 4 up next.
As Coach DeBorto pops Honey on the helmet and tells her, remember, drive through it. You can hit this, girl. Drive through it.
Let me see what she did against her in that game. Morales had an infield single and 2 strikeouts, so she went 1 for 3 against this pitcher in the game yesterday morning. So she did. It took her a couple of times at bat, but she finally got a hit off of her, so she can do it. And that is going to get away from the catcher. That's going to be a low ball.
And if that doesn't bounce off the retaining wall, that's going to bring Sanchez in. But it was a big bounce pretty much back into the grip of Martinez.
Yeah, and there's not that much distance between the catcher and the backstop here. So 3-0 count. And she finds the zone in that one. Found it when she had to, as the take sign for Morales was on a 3-0 count. So now 3-1, 1 out, 1 on. That's a runner on third. Lovington trailing 5-0, and they need to bring it in. And Morales hits kind of just off the end of her bat and fouls it off out of play off to the right for strike 2. So now a full count of Morales. Quiroga on deck, Olguin in the hole, as Lovington really needs to keep the line moving here. Try to bring in the runners. Try to just...
Nothing else. You want to cash in that runner at third.
That's
you don't want to waste that opportunity.
They left 2 on base in their first at-bat. And that misses and hits her, actually.
Nope, it was ball 4.
It was ball 4? Okay, I thought it actually hit her, so it doesn't matter either way. It's a base on balls, but...
Well, you don't ever want to get hit.
Well,
I mean,
that's true.
It hurts less.
That's true. And with Haynes, I'm sure that unless she throws her slow changeup up there, even that's going to hurt you a little bit. So a walk has runners at the corners now for Lovington. First and third, Quiroga, the catcher, at the plate. Quiroga walked and got stranded her first time up. This is her second plate appearance. And Lovington with runners at first and third, 1 out. Swing and a miss as Quiroga taking a healthy cut at it. Quiroga just needs to meet the ball, doesn't have to try to put it over the fence and bring everybody in, but 0-1 count. Tries to swing and a foul ball back out of play over our heads for strike 2. So 0-2 the count, 1 out, 2 on.
And the last 2 pitches from Haynes have been of the faster variety. I think you look for that changeup this time, probably somewhere on the inside half.
And with an 0-2 count, I think that's probably a good call. And nope, kind of I don't think it was the heat, but it was not a full. It was she changed the speed up just a little bit, and Quiroga got enough of it to stay alive at the plate. So fouled it off. Count remains 0-2. With runners at first and third. And she fouls that one off to the screen as well to stay alive. I think if she didn't go for that, it probably would have been outside, but the ump is calling the corners, especially the outside corners. So
well,
if
and
you're
it's close.
Quiroga,
If it's close,
you got to swing at it.
You can't take a chance.
That's right, protecting the plate with the two strikes on you. That she, again, catches just a piece of to stay alive. So Quiroga fighting off some good pitches here to stay alive at the plate.
And that's what you want to do. I mean, she's run it up. We're at the 6th or 7th pitch of this at-bat now, and it's just a battle. So you've got to wait and hope that you get a mistake and just find them off till you find one.
And a swing and a miss as Quiroga loses that battle and strikes out. Out number 2, 4th strikeout for Haynes, and brings up Olguin to the plate. Olguin walked and got stranded her last time up. Corral's on deck. That's Angelina Corral and then Chavarria in the hole. So Lovington does not want to strand those runners. They've got him at first and third. And Olguin up to see if she can bring him in and around, and fouls the first pitch off over our heads for strike one. So Olguin with a pretty good hack at it, but not solid contact.
Of course, another rematch of last year's state championship game. Now it comes in the semifinals of the consolation bracket. The winner of this game will move on to take on Artesia immediately following. The loser, their season will be done as the fourth-place team in the state.
Yeah, it's still a good showing. Lovington coming into this one as the 6th seed already.
And I was thinking
doing
about this,
well.
Between games. Lovington knocking off number 7, Miyamura.
Right.
And then, of course, knocking off number 4,
St. Pius.
St. Pius. So they would have to knock off number 3, Gallup, then knock off number 1 to get a shot at knocking off number 2.
Right.
That's not an easy road.
No, that's a tough road to hoe. And once you're in the consolation bracket, man, you just have to be so tough. You have to play. That's why it's good for teams to play tournaments early on in the season. It's great for players to play year-round and be able to play tournaments because they toughen you up. They toughen you mentally. They toughen you physically. And going through it gives you, when you've played several and you know you can do it and come back and win, it gives you confidence that you can do it in situations like this. So 0-1 count, back to play now. Olguin up. That is going to miss high and outside for ball 1. So 1-1 count. Runners at the corners, first and third. Lovington needing runs. They trail 5-0 here. It's the bottom of the third inning. As Haynes works pretty deliberately. She's not one of a, she's not a pitcher who works really fast, who rushes the batter and works quickly. She takes her time and really, I think in doing that, she's controlling the pace and making the batter depend on her. And when you do that as the pitcher, you kind of have the advantage. That's going to miss high and outside.
Do I detect a note of envy and also instruction there?
No, it's a good thing. I mean, if you get a batter who's really anxious and stepping up there, you want to chill, you want to take your time, and vice versa. If you get a batter who's trying to psych you out, then you rush them. And that's ball 4. So that is Olguin wins the battle. Now Quiroga lost her battle and finally struck out. Olguin won hers and walks. That's the second walk that she's drawn, and that brings up Angelina Corral to the plate.
Angelina had a long fly out to center to end the first, but now
did.
she's got the bases loaded and a chance to do some damage with 2 outs.
2 outs, bases loaded, and a perfect opportunity for Lovington to get some runs on the board. They don't want to strand them here, and that is going to miss high and outside for ball number 1, 1-0.
And if you're Haynes, I think you've got to just go on the attack here.
Yeah, I think the Gallup faithful, thinking that and a swing and a miss, and I think it would have been a ball had Corral let it go. Haynes is missing a little high and outside, and this ump is not giving her any help. So if you're Lovington, I think as long as you've got a hitter's count on you, you let the pitches go and see and make her bring it in and pitch it. So 2-0, 2-1 the count now. 2-1 the count. Bases loaded, but 2 outs, a chance for Angelina Corral to make some rain here. Swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2-2 the count.
And it was her sister Chloe in the first game that was the hero that got the winning RBI in that bottom of the 7th inning for the walk-off.
For the 8-7 win over St. Pius. And Angelina playing third base, capable of cracking that ball. And a line drive shot out between right and center field will score 1. It will score 2. And that's going to be a 2 RBI single for Angelina Corral. And Lovington is on the board. So Sanchez scores, Morales scores, Olguin moves over to third, and Chloe Corral is on first with the RBI single. So yes, indeed, Corral made it rain, you betcha. So runners at the corners, and Lovington with one of their 2-out rallies going. They're famous for that, and they can do that well. And now it is Chavarria at the plate, and the first pitch is high and outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Hernandez on deck, Corral in the hole. That's Chloe Corral. So 2 outs, runners at first and third. And Lovington would like to keep the line going and keep it moving that high. And he's going to call that one okay.
Wow.
So
a late
I
call.
I
and the groans from the blue-clad faithful.
And the claps, of course, on our right from Gallup. So with every pitch, somebody's really happy and somebody's really not. So 1-1 count. And that is going to be, that's going to clip the corner. Okay. So 1-2 the count now. So it's not the corner with this ump. I figured it out. It's not the corner. It's the height. He really watches that. And if it looks a little high, but it's the corner, he doesn't call it. But if it is in the zone in terms of top to bottom and it's on the corner, he does call it. And Haynes has a wicked breaking ball, and she clips the corner. It's just a matter, is it going to be too high or is it going to be in the zone? 1-2 count. And a foul ball back to the screen. Count remains 1-2.
And it is actually screen at this field, not chain link like at the other 3 here at this complex.
Yeah. Well, it is. I think it looks like, is it the same right here in front of us? Has it become a screen? It looks solid in front of us, but then it has some give on the sides. I don't know. Oh, a swing and a miss, and got her as Chavarria goes down swinging for the 3rd out, but not before Lovington is able to put 2 runs across. So 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base. So we go to the top of the 4th inning. Lovington trailing, but only now by 3 runs. 5-2 your score. We'll be back with more Lady Cat State softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with one call. One call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey one-call oil and gas company.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Lady Cats put 2 across in their half of the 3rd inning as we head to the 4th. Gallup with the 3-run lead, 5-2. And as we get back to the action, here's Dawn Morgan.
Well, thank you very much. As we are here on a beautiful afternoon, it's been just a little bit breezy. Right now, it has calmed down somewhat, but sunshine, good afternoon for softball. We're here on field number 1 at Cleveland High School, and Lovington Lady Cats are doing battle with Gallup, and the Gallup is up to the plate. We're here top of the 4th inning, and it's the bottom of the order. Chi is up first, and then Marufo and Vicente. So number 9 in the lineup, and she hits a ball. It's a softly hit ball down the left field line, down the 3rd baseline, and it rolls foul for strike 1.
And
so
smart by Corral right there. She let it go until it got into foul territory and then touched it.
Yeah.
Because Chi would have had that one all day long over at first if she doesn't.
Because Chi is a left-handed batter, so she's already got an advantage, got a couple of steps toward first. And now swinging away, and a swing and a miss for strike 2. So 0-2 is the count. Here we are, top of the 4th, with Gallup batting. They're leading 5-2. Lovington needs to have an efficient inning, try to get him out without letting him get more runs. Fouled off to the screen for just another strike. It's 0-2 the count, so count remains 0-2.
She fights off a pretty good pitch right there, pretty much on inside on the hands. Udahara ran it in, and she got just a piece of it.
A swing and fouls off another one out of play off to the left.
So a little behind on that Udahara fastball.
A little bit. Is Udahara trying to change her speeds up, vary her speeds as well. Try to keep the batters a little off. There's a grounder, a hot one headed to Sanchez. She picks it up, fires over to Olguin for out number 1. So scored in the books 4-3 for the first out. That brings up top of the order Marufo to the plate. Marufo had a bunt and scored on her first time, her last time up. She struck out her first time up. And in fact, that's the only strikeout so far for Urahara in this game. So top of the order, Marufo. And there's a foul ball over right in front of the Lovington dugout.
I think actually into the dugout.
And Angelina Corral, there was a screen right in front of the dugout, and it's not enclosed properly. There's a screen right in front, and it went between the dugout and the screen, right where Coach give him a glove. Maybe they would have counted that if he could catch that. But
I don't think so.
Just becomes a strike. So 0-1 count.
It's a good thought, though.
Yeah, 0-1 count on Marufo. Shows bunt, lays it down. It rolls out to the circle. Urahara picks it up and tosses it over to Olguin in time for out number 2. So score that in the books 1-3 for the second out.
And Marufo bunts it a little bit harder that time than she did last time.
It was just a little too hard, and she angled the bat over. It went over toward first base instead, and Urahara had a chance to grab that and make the throw and get her out. So, yeah, the last time Marufo bunted, she bunted it more toward left, toward third base. There's a hit, and it is fair. It goes just beyond, a little line drive shot just beyond third base, and having trouble with it out there is Chavarria. It ends up rolling to the fence and coming all the way around. It's an in-the-park home run as that ball was moving, and it was a fair ball, and it ended up rolling over toward the fence. It rolled foul once it got to the outfield, and I watched. It kind of got hung up in the fence, and Chavarria had a little trouble with it and couldn't grab it and ended up having to go toward the fence to get it. By the time she threw that in, the speedy Vicente made it all the way in.
Second inside the park home run we've seen today.
There's a high fly ball heading out, hitting right at the fence in left field. Chavarria going out for it, makes the stop and throws it into Hernandez. But that is a stand-up double for Haynes. So a double puts Haynes on second base, and that in the park home run for Vicente added a run, of course. And they haven't put that on the scoreboard yet. It should be 6-2.
Should be, yeah. And they've got a courtesy runner. That's Noda, number 13, coming in.
Noda for Haynes. It's not Green this time. It's going to be Noda, courtesy runner for Haynes, the pitcher. So she'll be out on second base. 2 outs now. 2 outs as Gallup has launched their own little 2-out rally here. And the first pitch, Balone, she fouls that off over to the right.
And Balone is the cleanup hitter. She's hitting in the number 4 spot for a reason. You got to be a little bit wary of her. She is 2 for 2.
Yeah, she had an RBI single, an RBI single and an RBI double her first 2 times up. So, yeah, she's capable of putting a charge in it for sure. So 0-1 count, and that is going to hit the outside corner, yes. If you're going to call it for one, you call it for the other. So 0-2 is the count now on Balone, with courtesy runner Noda out on second. 1 run has scored, and that is a little bloop that's going to go foul. It sounded like it may have hit her hand. I don't know as she hit it. She hit it.
Yeah, and she's shaking the hand as she comes back to.
I think maybe she hit it on the very inside part of the bat and maybe got part of her hand with it. So
yeah, it was a real loopy in-out swing.
And it ended up rolling foul, and wisely Quiroga jumps up but lets it go foul. So count remains 0-2 on Balone with 2 outs. 1 runner on second. Swing and a pop as Sanchez comes under it. Oh no, loses. Oh no, is that Sanchez?
It's Sanchez.
She lost it. She had it in her glove, but I guess she lost it in the sun. I think her sunglasses. No, she just and it hit. It knocked her glasses off too.
Yeah, she lost it in the sun momentarily and closed her glove, and then it came up.
Yeah,
I think maybe she got a little dirt in her eye too, and then lost it. It'll be an E4 no matter how you look at it.
Yeah, an error on 4, and that's going to score the courtesy runner Noda from second. She comes in on that as, with 2 outs, the runner's going. And on the error on 4. And is that Honey or Morales? Or is it's Sanchez? It's supposed to be. No, it is supposed to be Sanchez. And
it's Honey Morales.
It is.
So.
It's Honey Morales. Okay, Morales. She was listed as the DP, but she's playing second
good eye.
base.
That is Morales.
That's Honey Morales. So all right then. So E4.
So I guess they got maybe Sanchez in as the DP.
So Balone is on first now. 2 outs, 2 have scored, so now it's 7-2. And the first pitch, Blackfoot sees, fouls it back to the screen. A healthy cut, so 1 strike, 0-1 the count. 2 outs, a runner on first. Black Goat at the plate. She had an RBI single and got stranded her last time up. Had an RBI single and got stranded her first time up. She's 2 for 2, her 3rd plate appearance, and we have a stoppage. Oh, the ump is going to get balls to come in from other fields. Yeah, he needs to reload. We've had a lot of foul balls in this game.
And a lot of foul balls in this tournament.
Yeah. So back to play with an 0-1 count, and Black Goat, a little pop fly to Hernandez at short for the 3rd out. So a pop out to the shortstop ends the at-bat for Gallup, but not before they put 2 runs across. 2 runs, and they do that on just 1 hit.
2 hits. Double home run.
Oh, yes, that's right. The in-the-park home run. The in-the-park home run and a double. And so 2 runs on 2 hits and 1 error and 1 left on base. So we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, and we'll be back with more Lady Wildcats State softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
And welcome back to Lovington Lady Cat Softball here on Cool 95.7, the Lovington Sports YouTube channel at HobbsAmerica.com. With Dawn Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle. Sorry, Dawn, came back a little early. Sorry, Two-Tiff, back in studio engineering and producing. They did the throwdown, and I thought they were moving this one along, so I brought it back. So, all right, as we head to the bottom of the 4th, Lovington with some work to do. And here's Dawn Morgan.
Yep, there were 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left on in the top of the 4th inning. Now the Lady Cats are up to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th, and it's the bottom of the order. 7, 8, 9 due up at Hernandez with a swing and a miss, and 0-1 the count now. So 0-1 the count on Hernandez. Chloe Corral on deck. Sanchez in the hole. Swing and a foul tip back for strike 2. So quickly 0-2 count on Hernandez. Looking to get something going here as Lovington was kept scoreless in their first 2 at-bats. They scored 2 in the bottom of the 3rd. Now they need to add. And there is a foul out of play off to the right. Count remains 0-2 as there are, well, I thought something was going on that was stop and play over there to the right. But we're back. Just the fight for the foul ball over there. And that is going to miss outside for ball 1. 1-2 the count now.
And right now, the Lady Cat faithful a little bit quiet. They need to get something to get them a little juiced here.
7-2 is your score here in the bottom of the 4th, with the Lady Cats trailing Gallup by 5 runs, and they need to get those runs back, put some on the board if they want to stay alive in this tournament and turn around and play Artesia. Otherwise, it'll be Gallup doing that. So 1-2 count, or now 2-2 count, 2-2. Swing and a pop fly is trouble because nobody called for it and called it off. And again, the sun is in a really bad part, and Vicente at second was looking up at it, and I think she lost it, and Black Goat was moving over from first, and neither one of them ended up getting it, and they collided. So it's neither one of them touched the ball. So it's an
actually
error.
Vicente touched it.
You think so? So we're going to call
the way
that
it came
an
off
error.
the end of her glove,
so
I think.
Error on 4. And E4 as Hernandez reaching, and that's a gift. Lovington needs to try to make the most they can of that. So, yeah. So we are here.
0-1.
Yeah, I know. Owen, the runner is at first, and a snap throw down to try to get her off, but does not. So we have no outs, one runner on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Lovington needing to move runners around, and with no outs, a swing and a miss as that got Corral. Corral goes down. Strikeout number 6. Strikeout number 6 and out number 1 now. And that brings Sabri Sanchez batting in the 9th slot up to the plate. And then top of the order, Marquez and Morales. That is going to miss. No, it's called strike on the outside corner. You got to kind of guess. This guy takes a long time, and you kind of don't know if is that going to be called a strike or not. So 0-1 count on Sanchez. That is swung on and foul tipped off back to the screen for strike 2. 0-2 the count.
Sabri got a good swing on that, just a little bit under it and knocked it right back into one of the retaining posts.
So strikeout for Corral is the only out so far in this at-bat, and that is going to miss outside for ball 1. So 1-2 count on Sanchez. Sanchez had that ground rule double her last time up. She smacked it out there right near the fence, and it hopped the fence, and she ended up crossing the plate. So
well,
foul tipped off again to count remains 1-2. So she's capable of giving this a ride.
And it's got to help her confidence, too,
Yeah.
that she did that. Now she's just looking for the right pitch from Haynes, but she's got to be in protect mode. She's trailing 1-2.
Yep. And she swings and misses. Kind of a lazy swing as Haynes puts one over the outside corner, and another strikeout. That is strikeout number 7 now for Haynes, and out number 2 for Lovington. So 2 outs, 1 on. And Hernandez still at first, looking to get moved around, wanting for one of her teammates to be able to move her around and in. And Marquez might be the teammate to do it. She's the leadoff hitter. Top of the order, and she does smack a hot grounder between first and second. And that's going to move the runner all the way around to third as Hernandez gets to third. And Marquez has a hot single. So a little 2-out rally maybe going for Lovington again.
Well, and Avery has been the leading hitter all season long, one of the seniors and one of the leaders. She has the highest batting average, highest on-base percentage.
So a single has Lovington still in business here. 2 outs, 2 on, runners at the corners, and Honey Morales to the plate. She walked and scored her last time up. That is going to miss high and outside for ball 1. Struck out her first time at the plate, so technically she's 0 for and due. So 2 outs, 2 on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That misses outside as well. Martinez did a good job trying to bring that back in, kind of frame that up for the ump, but he didn't buy that one. 2-0 the count. And that's going to miss inside for ball number 3.
And a good eye there for Morales.
That's 3-0, and you got to feel like the take sign will be on. It was the last time she was in a 3-0 count. We'll see. And that misses outside. They just wanted to load the bases up. I think that was almost deliberate there, just to load the bases and create a force on any base.
Third walk given up by the pitcher Haynes. But if Quiroga can find one that she can handle, this could be a whole new ball game real fast.
All right, so 2 outs, bases loaded, and Quiroga up to the plate. Quiroga struck out and walked and got stranded her first time up. So golden opportunity here, and that's a call strike on the outside corner. And Quiroga is a taller girl. Her zone is a little bit higher. So the letters, that ball was just right about at the letters and over the plate. And she swings and smacks that one foul down the right field line.
A little bit behind on it on a pretty good fastball there from Haynes. If she gets on that one half a heartbeat earlier, we're probably talking about a 7-4 ball game.
But as it is, it's 7-2, bases loaded, 2 outs, and the time is now. She fouls one off to stay alive at the plate.
And ducking and dodging in the Gallup dugout, some of their bench players.
Yeah, that ball sharply hit over to the right into the Gallup dugout. So 0-2 count on Quiroga, 2 outs, bases loaded. And Lovington needs runs in. A swing and a miss. And the 8th strikeout for Haynes ends the at-bat for Lovington as they threaten but come up empty with no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on base. Ouch. We're going to go to the top of the 5th inning. Gallup leading this one 7-2. We'll be back in 1 minute with more Lady Wildcat State Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called SmartHub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime, with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the SmartHub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the SmartHub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with SmartHub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
The Lady Cats threaten in the bottom of the 4th inning, but come up empty, leaving the bases loaded. So we head to the 5th, and with the call, here's Dawn Morgan.
And we have a pitching change. And I think that Coach probably made this decision earlier when he had Honey Morales move from designated player to play second base. He pulled Sanchez from second, knowing he's going to put Sabry in to pitch here in the top of the 5th inning. So Sanchez in relief of Urahara. And Sanchez started the game against St. Pius this morning and did very well in that game before they pulled her.
Of course, we're talking to Coach McCraw between the games. He said Sabry wanted to keep going, but he decided, time to. They started to figure her out, but that's the mark of a competitor.
They had started hitting her, so they changed and put Urahara in, and that it was good timing and it worked. And Sabry did exactly what they needed for her to do in that game. And now it's flipped. Urahara is out, Sanchez is in. The first pitch though is outside for ball 1. And that one is going to stay high for ball 2. So 2-0 the count on Stephanesha Charlie, the shortstop for Gallup. She hit a single and got stranded her last time up. She grounded out to the shortstop her first time up, so she's 1 for 2. And that is going to hit the outside corner. Yes, call, strike 1. Hey, he's calling it for Haynes, so
Just
that same
both
pitch.
ways,
yeah,
so.
just be consistent. Call it both ways. And I'm sorry, I had to laugh. I heard the pitcher. I heard somebody in the stands say, "Oh, that was so outside. That was way over there by Albuquerque." All right, but got called.
Well, Albuquerque is in that direction.
Oh, it's funny, the things you hear in the stands. 2-2 the count. That is going to miss outside and run the count full now on Charlie. 3-2 count. Your leadoff batter, So is on deck, and Martinez is in the hole for Gallup. They lead this one 7-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. So Lovington has some work to do to try to keep them from getting any more runs, and that's fouled off out of play off to the right. Count remains full as Charlie fights off a pitch. It might have been called a strike there on the outside corner. So she spoiled one off, now looking for one to hit. Lovington wants to get her out and try to get in the dugout and get some runs going. Fouls another one off out of play off to the right. High foul ball. So she's hanging tough, protecting the plate. And Sanchez is hanging tough in the circle, just trying to get her out, trying to win this battle. Nobody on, of course, with Charlie being the leadoff batter, but So's on deck, Martinez in the hole, and fouls another one back to the screen.
That's 4 straight foul-offs for Charlie as she's taken the best that Sanchez has so far. Sabry not going to overpower you probably, but she does have a pretty good changeup. We hadn't seen it yet.
So count full still. As Lovington, and there's a high fly ball headed out to center field. Marquez is under it, but it hits the fence, the base of the fence, and Marquez has to throw it into second, and so that's going to be a double for Charlie and puts her into scoring position for Gallup.
So got the pitch she wanted and wins that battle, and she got a pretty good charge in it right there, and so now Gallup going to try and get the line moving as we've got some fresh softballs coming in.
That's right. So many foul balls.
Say a big thanks to her.
Reloads.
Yeah.
And that double, it was good. Marquez, I don't know if she usually has a really good jump on the balls when they're headed to the field, and maybe misjudged that just a little bit. And that's going to be a shot out to shallow left. And the throw comes into the plate. Nice throw from Chavarria out there to keep the runner at third. Charlie moves over, and so is at first. So a nice shot, solid shot out to shallow left has So on first in that single. And Charlie now sitting on third. Runners at the corners for Gallup, and no outs. Ouch, Lovington with some work to do here. Need to try to shut things down as Martinez is at the plate. She hits the first one she sees. A high fly ball into left field. Chavarria back to get it and then makes the throw, but there will be a run scored as Charlie tags up and comes home on the throw. So now it's 8-2 now. Should be 8-2. They haven't changed the board yet. So now Martinez with the fly out to left field, first out. And now Chi is up to the plate. Chi, a left-handed batter, batting in that ninth slot for Gallup. So one out, one runner on. That is So on first. Swing and fouled off, out of play off to the left for strike one. So 0-1 count.
And they still haven't put that run up. I'm wondering if maybe they called the runner at third. Well, we'll check on that. Maybe tag. They called her out. She left before. She didn't tag up.
Okay. So the run didn't count, and that's fouled off.
So there's two
off
down.
Of the screen. So 2 outs and now 2 strikes. So 0-2 count. Yeah, I didn't pick that up. I thought I just noticed.
That was what the cheers were on Lovington. Thanks to Joby Hodling from our friends in Artesia for catching that. So 2 down now.
Now that's my only clue was that they kept the scoreboard at 7-2. And a swing and a miss and a strikeout ends the at-bat. So third out. And that ends, but not before our Gallup is able to put one run.
No runs.
No run, that's right. No run across. No runs. No. There was a...
Nope, that didn't count.
Right, okay. So that was the one that didn't count. No runs. And they did that on 2 hits. So no runs on 2 hits and no errors and 1 left on base. So we'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lovington trailing 7-2 with work to do, and we'll be back with the call right here on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Cool 95.7.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Norley Hospital District proudly announces they now offer extended hours in both Lovington and Hobbs medical clinics for all of your minor injuries, minor illnesses, and minor wounds. Norley is working diligently to better serve you. Call ahead for appointments for Lovington Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-396-6611, 396-6611. And for Hobbs Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-433-3000, 433-3000.
4 up, 3 down there in the top of the 5th inning as there were no runs on 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on base. And now Lovington girls coming up to the plate. Heart of the order 4, 5, and 6, but they trail this one 7-2. And up first is Olguin trying to get something started for Lovington. First pitch is in low and outside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. 1-1 count. All right. Yeah, and the scoreboard reset. I guess they're resetting that. Don't know what the problem was. Maybe lost power or something. But I was looking up and noticed when it went blank. And strike two, a swing and a miss as Olguin gets that outside corner ball, that fast ball. And 1-2 is the count now. Corral, that's Angelina Corral on deck, and Chavarria in the hole for Lovington as they trail by 5. Looking to get something started here. Swing and a miss. Strikeout, out number 1. And that is now, I believe, strikeout number 10. And that brings Chloe Corral up.
I think it's 9, actually.
Is it 9? I've got it written down as 9, but I thought I had lost. I thought I had missed writing one down. So it's also 9 right here for me, but I thought I had missed one. So I think double checking, though. I think it is 9. So out 1-1, and Corral up to the plate. Lovington trailing. They need base runners, need to bring them around. That is a call. Strike 1, yes, on the outside corner as a nice pitch from Haynes hits the zone. 0-1 count, and Lovington needing to try to swing at those. They have been swinging at some of them, not able to catch and hit those. That she does, but fouls it off to the screen for strike number 2, so 0-2 count. Haynes just does a very good job. She doesn't just throw hard. She really varies her speeds, even by just a little, and it keeps the batters really off center. 0-2 is the count. A swing and a miss for another strikeout, and now it's 10 strikeouts.
And that is 4 consecutive strikeouts now for Haynes.
As Chloe Corral and Sabri Sanchez struck out to end the at-bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. And that brings up Anahi Chavarria. Anahi playing left field. She struck out her last time up, grounded out to the shortstop her first time up, so she's 0 for 2 and due as Lovington needs to get base runners on. And there's a foul back to the right for strike 1. 0-1 the count. As Lovington has had a few hits. 2 RBI single by Corral, a ground rule double by Sanchez, a single by Marquez, and those are the 3 hits that Lovington has had in this game so far. So 1-1 the count. No runner, nobody on. 2 outs, nobody on. There's a little chopper back to the circle. Haynes picks it up and throws over to Black Goat for the 3rd out. Scored in the books 1-3 for the 3rd out. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lovington trailing 7-5, and we'll be back with more Lovington softball, state softball on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com and Cool 95.7.
Dust blowing and the change of weather causes you to feel yucky. Sinus infections, congestion, or even just a routine cold. Chiropractic care can help you. Areola Chiropractic Center helps patients feel their best. See for yourself. Check out Areola Chiropractic Center's Facebook page. Areola Chiropractic Center, helping patients feel better, one spine at a time.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
The Lady Cats go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 5th as we head to the top of the 6th. Gallup still hanging on to a 5-run lead, and as we head into the at-bat, here's Dawn Morgan.
Thank you, TJ. It is the top of the order for Gallup as Marufo at the plate. And a ground ball, a hot one, gets by Corral. She dives for it, but no play on that as it goes out to left field. Chavarria makes the stop and the throw in, and it's a single as Marufo hits the first pitch she sees. And is the runner on first now for Gallup. Vicente up to the plate now. She had the in-the-park home run with that hot grounder, that little line drive that shot down the third base line, her last at-bat. She bunts this one. Picking it up is Corral, making the throw, not in time. And the runner moves over to third in the meantime. So Marufo moves to third. And Vicente lays down a bunt and beats out the throw.
And nothing you can do with those, as Corral did a nice job getting to it and got it to Olguin. Not quite in time to get the speedy Vicente, but when they went to throw it across, nobody was over there covering third, and so Marufo had an easy cruise in over to the third bag.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that throw would have been in time to get her anyway. But runners at the corners now with no outs, and Haynes up to the plate. A high fly ball headed out to center field. Marquez has it and now makes the throw in, but doesn't try to throw it all the way into home. She hits the cutoff point. Honey Morales at second, and that scores a run. So a sac fly RBI for Haynes brings in Marufo and moves over Vicente to second.
And Gallup not wasting any time, as they have all three batters have swung at the first pitch from Sabry.
Yeah, sac fly RBI for Haynes for the first out. And a bunt single for Vicente. Then she makes it over to second on that throw in. And now, and then
still at first.
Yeah, and I was looking up when that's a dead ball. The ump had called time for some reason. Oh, it's I don't know, maybe the runner at first. She was reaching down, I guess, maybe. So she did threaten, but made it back to first. So Vicente on first. After the run scores, it's now 8-2. Gallup leading by 6, and up to the bat here in the top of the 6th. And that's going to be a ball on Ballone. 1-0 the count on Ballone. 1 out, a runner at first, and 1 run across so far for Gallup in this at bat. Lots of ones. Black Goat on deck, and Charlie in the hole. A high fly foul ball out of play off to the right for strike 1. So 1-1 the count. As things have gotten kind of quiet and still here. Sun is setting behind us. A little bit of a breeze and a hit, a line drive straight into center field. And Marquez comes in on it, makes the grab, the throw, played it as well as you could, but that's just a hot shot right up the center. And Ballone on first with a single now moves the courtesy runner, I believe. Well, moves Vicente over to second. So Vicente, who reached on the bunt single, now moves over to second, and Ballone is on first. So runners at first and second, 1 out. And Blackfoot up to the plate for Gallup. She hits the first pitch she sees. That may be out of the park. No! Catching it is Chavarria. Chavarria climbed the ladder, reached up, jumped up, and caught that with her glove. Made a great catch and robbed Blackfoot of a hit, and then threw the ball in, keep the runners where they are, as that was a beautiful catch by Chavarria out in left field. So a fly out to left field for the second out now. Runners at first and second, and Charlie to the plate. First pitch floats in on the outside corner, yes, as that is strike 1, 0-1 the count.
Thank you for listening here on KLEA Hobbs Lovington, Cool 95.7.
And the runner at second. And that hit her, I believe. So Charlie takes her base as she was hit by the pitch. And Ballone ran over to third. So now runners at the corners. So Charlie at first, Ballone at third.
Bases loaded.
And bases are loaded, that's right. So Vicente actually went to third. Ballone to second, my bad. I just had the wrong B's here. So Vicente on third, Ballone at second, and Charlie on first. Bases loaded, 2 outs, a force on any base. And I think we're going to have a pinch hitter, a substitute batter, as they say. So a pinch hitter, substitute batter, whatever you want to call her, coming in. And
is Harvey.
Okay, I was looking at the Gallup team has like 8 bench players. They've got a big bench. They have almost enough to field a whole new team with their reserve players. So this batter is Harvey.
I noticed it's a slightly different jersey, so I'm guessing probably a JV player that's come up.
So Harvey at the plate in place of Zoe, the designated player. So hit a single and got stranded her last time up. Harvey has not batted in this game. So she comes up with 2 outs, bases loaded, and Gallup is leading this one 8-2 as the home plate ump makes the changes in his book on the substitute batter.
And, of course, with the unlimited substitutions, my guess is that, So will probably be the DP again next time around.
We'll see, unless he chooses to put somebody else in for her
true.
again, or never know. But now we're back ready to play. Harvey, a right-handed batter, stepping up to the plate. 2 outs, bases loaded. The good news for Lovington is a force on any base. And a swing and a miss. 0-1 count.
Stay in your zone, come on.
So 0-1 count.
Nothing special.
Sabri
Hit the ball.
Sanchez in the circle now in relief of Udahata for the last couple of innings. And has 2 outs, and that is going to miss outside for ball number 1. So 1-1 count on Harvey as Lovington really needs to get the 3rd out without giving up any more runs. They've got work enough to do when they get back to the dugout. They're 6 runs down here, and there's a foul ball off to the right to the screen for strike 2, 1-2 count. So 2 outs, bases loaded, a 1-2 count on Harvey at the plate. And here we are in this must-win game. Lovington must win to move on. The winner will go on and play Artesia right after this game, right here on this field. So another foul back to the screen. Count remains 1-2 on Harvey with bases loaded. I can't even see second base. And a swing and a miss. A strikeout ends the at-bat for Gallup. Not before they put 1 run across. And they do that. 1 run on 3 hits, 1 error, no errors, and 3 left on base. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lovington trailing 8-2. They're coming up to bat. And we'll have Lady Wildcat State Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Cool 95.7.
IPS Incorporated is a proud member of this community. IPS is the turnkey solution in the oil patch. One call to IPS for your upstream and midstream solutions, comprising of dirt work, electrical, pumping, and crane service, plus your automation and control, is all handled with 1 call. 1 call for every aspect of your oil and gas project. Google IPS Hobbs or simply call 393-1417. IPS, the turnkey 1 call oil and gas company.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Lady Bengals of Gallup put another run on the board, and Lovington will enter the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing by 6. So some work to do as they come to the plate. Here's Dawn Morgan.
Thank you, and it is the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 due up for Lovington. It'll be Hernandez, Corral, Sanchez. And first pitch is high and to call, strike 1. I thought it was high and outside, but call, strike 1. So 0-1 count. As, yes, Lovington trailing by 6 has got to start trying to catch up right here. They're running out of at-bats to do it. That's going to miss a low and outside for ball 1, 1-1 count. Haynes has struck out 10 and walked 2, 3, 4. She has walked 4. And that is a ball as well, 2-1 count. Hernandez reached on an error and got stranded her last time up as Lovington left him loaded that inning. And that is going to miss high and outside for ball 3. So 3-1 the count. Hernandez reached on an error, got stranded, struck out. So she's 0 for, but due and capable of getting Lovington a run. That is a line drive out to shallow right, and that is a single as Hernandez beats out the throw and is on with a single, and Lovington's in business, has a little hope here.
And that's just taking what the pitcher gives you. As Haynes ran that one up there, and Layla was waiting on it and just sat back on it and popped it out there. And a nice job there, just taking what you need. Is now Zimri Ellis going to come on to pinch hit for Chloe Corral.
Yeah, Chloe Corral playing right field will not bat this time around. And Zimri Ellis coming up as the ump makes those changes. Number 6, Zimri Ellis, one of the reserve players for Lovington. She has been a pinch runner and a pinch hitter from time to time for Lovington in this season as well. And she's played right field. So Ellis up to the plate to see if they can shake something loose, do something different in the lineup than they have. And that is going to miss outside for ball 1. A lot of pop in the glove as Haynes brought the heat, but just missed the zone. So 1-0 count. No outs, a runner on first. Here we are, bottom of the 6th inning. And that gets by and gets to there. That's a 1-1 count as that's fouled off and hits the back and upsets one of the cameras.
Illegal cameras, yes.
One of the cameras that's not supposed to be allowed here. Swing and a miss as Haynes took a little off that. Not her really drastic changeup, but she did take speed off of it, and Ellis swinging and missing. So 1-2 is the count now on Ellis. Pinch hitter or substitute batter for Corral, for Chloe Corral. And that's going to hit the outside corner, call strike 3. And that does it as Ellis strikes out for the first out. And that brings up number 15, supposed to be Sabri Sanchez. Let's see. Yes, Sanchez is up to the plate. Sanchez now looking to try to keep things moving, try to get that run across for Lovington. They trail by 6. It's 8-2. 8-2 is your score here in the bottom of the 6th inning in this must-win or go-home game in the state tournament here for 4A. And that is going to miss low and outside.
Well, a good chance here for Sabri to help herself. You've got to have base hits, you got to have runners, but more importantly, you've got to have productive outs.
So Sanchez hits the outside corner, or with that one, Haynes hits the outside corner, and Sanchez watches that is. So a 2-1 count now on Sanchez, pitcher on pitcher here. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
That changeup again, just an absolutely deadly pitch for Haynes. Lovington has not had an answer for it all afternoon.
And they had a time with that yesterday in the first game against Gallup as well. And that is a call strike on the inside corner. So Sanchez becomes strikeout victim number 11 for Haynes. And now with 2 outs, a runner on first, top of the order, Marquez up to the plate to try to get a 2-out rally going for Lovington as they trail and they're running out of time to try to catch up to Gallup. 8-2 your score here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Marquez, a little pop up to second base as Vicente has to run back and catch it into shallow right field, but a pop out to the second baseman to position 4 for the 3rd out ends the at-bat for Lovington as they got a single but stranded her. And no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. And we go to the top of the 7th inning. Lovington trailing 8-2. We'll have more Lady Cat softball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Cool 95.7.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Introducing a smarter, easier way to manage your Lee County Electric account. It is called Smart Hub. Now you can pay your bill anywhere, anytime with 24-hour access to your account. It is free and simple to use. Just search for the Smart Hub app on your cell phone or device and download the free app, or go to our website at lcecnet.com and look for the Smart Hub logo to view your account or pay your bill online. Managing your Lee County Electric account conveniently and securely with Smart Hub. Lee County Electric, owned by those we serve.
The Lady Cats get the leadoff batter on, but can't move her around. We head to the 7th. Gallup up 8-2. And with the call, here's Dawn Morgan.
Bottom of the order for Gallup now. Martinez at the plate, the catcher, Chi on deck, and then back to the top of the lineup, Marufo. And the first pitch comes in on Martinez, actually. Martinez, then Chi. That's right. Martinez, Chi, and then Marufo. And it's a 1-0 count on Martinez. She had a fly out to left field her last time up, and she had a ground out to shortstop and a fly out to center field as well. The count is even on her, 1-1 now. That misses high and outside for ball 2, so 2-1 the count now on Martinez, the catcher for Gallup. Chia waits on deck, and then Marufo in the hole. As Lovington up, and there's a high pop fly. Corral, the third baseman, coming up under it, calling it, and catches that. So a pop out to third base, position 5 in the books for the first out. Then that brings up Chi to the plate, as Lovington needs to try to get these outs efficiently if they can and then get back to the dugout. They've got one more chance, one more at-bat to try to catch up to Gallup.
And certainly capable of putting up 6 runs, but you want to get there quickly.
And that is going to be a call strike, as I was waiting to see if the ump felt like that was right up at the letters, and over the plate he did. So 0-1 count on Chi. Chi struck out her last time up, had a ground out and a fly out. And that comes in, that'll be a ball inside and high. So 1-1 count. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the batting order. And top of the 7th inning here. There's a grounder headed to second base as Morales picks it up and tosses it over to Olguin for the second out. So a ground out, 4-3 in the books for the second out, and brings up top of the order Marufo to the plate. She had a single and ended up scoring her last time up. And I think we're going to have a substitute batter as the coach. Oh, Foul ball
from next door.
Foul ball coming in from field number 3 over there, I believe. Is that? Well, that's 4. Field number 4 over there, I think.
Yeah, that's number 4.
Yeah.
Ow, it caught Kidoga right in the back of the noggin. Good thing she's wearing the helmet. That was dangerous.
With the helmet, that's a little shot, especially when you don't see it coming. You don't know it's coming. That's got to be a shock there. So there must be a substitute batter coming in because we have a little timeout as Gallup's coach, Will Haynes, I guess that's.
And it will look like be Winston,
coach, so.
number 9, coming in to pinch hit.
One of the reserve players, one of the 8 reserve players that Gallup has. They've got a big bench.
Or is that Winslow? I can't read my own handwriting.
Let me see if I can read it. So her number is
number
9. She's number 9, and it's Winston, I believe. Is it? Watson. I think it's Watson. So it's 9 for 6. No, she's Jamie Watson is her name. So. Yeah, it's hard to read the coaches. That's not your handwriting. That's the coach. I couldn't read it.
Finally, somebody whose handwriting's as bad as mine.
So Watson in for Marufo now. And that is going to be a ball. So a 1-0 count. Two outs, nobody on, and a swing and a miss. So a 1-1 count now. As Lovington really does need to get this third out, get in the dugout and see if they can't have a come from behind win. And that is going to miss a low and outside for ball 2. So 2-1 count.
Pretty good pitch there. Some groans from the blue-clad faithful.
Thinking that it was close.
And it was.
And Sanchez has had 2 strikeouts since she came in relief of Urahara, and that's a call strike on the outside corner, so 2-2 the count. as Sanchez has struck out 2 and had no walks since she came in relief. That misses high and outside as Sanchez bringing the heat, but it also rose on her a little too much. 3-2 count, full count on Watson now. And swing and a miss. So a strikeout for the third out, and that is the third strikeout for Sanchez, and that ends the at-bat for Gallup. So no runs on no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's do or die time for Lovington. They've got to come up with 6 runs to tie it, 7 to win it against Gallup. And we'll be more back with Lady Wildcat State Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Cool 95.7.
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Western States Insurance.
Why choose Western States Insurance as your independent insurance agent? Because Western States Insurance is more than an insurance agency. They're a people agency dedicated to the insurance needs of their customers. Western States Insurance is large enough to provide the products you demand and small enough to offer you personal service.
We've got you covered. Western States Insurance.
Call 396-1318 or go by 212 North Love in Lovington.
As Lovington gets Gallup 1-2-3 in the top of the 7th, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Do or die time for the Lady Cats. And here's Dawn Morgan.
Thank you. 2, 3, and 4 in the order. Due up for Lovington. Started by Honey Morales. And she is up with the first pitch in. It's a ball. 1-0 count. And that one's fouled off out of play to the right for a strike. 1-1 the count now. Morales at the plate and Quiroga on deck, and Olguin in the hole for Lovington, looking to get something going here. They trail by 6, and they have to put 6 runs across to tie it, keep the game going, or 7 to win it. And Lovington has had a hard time putting together consistent hitting and timely hitting. They have had base runners with some hits and some walks, but they have not been able to bring them around and in enough to catch up.
Yeah,
be
they've
competitive.
Stranded 8 so far through
Exactly.
6+.
So Morales letting another one go, but 2-2 count on her. A swing and a miss and a strikeout with the catcher throwing down to first just to make it official. So a strikeout and the first out as Lovington now down to their final 2 outs. They need to make something happen, and they need to start now as Quiroga to the plate. Quiroga, the catcher for Lovington. Gallup leading this one 8-2. Right smacked back up the middle. So a base hit for Quiroga as she slapped that one straight up the middle and is on first. She'll have a courtesy runner. We'll see
I think
who
they're
that's.
going to leave her out there.
They're going to leave her out there. Maybe. Sometimes she runs for herself, but sometimes she has courtesy runner. Most of the time.
There she comes. It'll be Bethany Tavera.
Okay, so Tavera will run for Quiroga. After reaching on a single, nice shot right up the middle. She gets a nice round of applause and appreciation from the Lovington faithful here. So 1 out, 1 on, and that brings up Jocelyn Olguin. Olguin's due. She's walked a couple of times and got stranded, struck out, so it's time for her to hit. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the 7th. Must do time for Lovington. That's going to miss outside for ball 1. So 1-0 the count on Olguin. 1 out, 1 on. And Lovington's final at-bat, unless they can force a tie or go ahead and have a comeback win, and a swing and a miss for a strike 1. 1-1 the count. As Haynes has struck out, I believe, 12 now.
13 now.
13? All right, so 13. And there's a high fly ball headed out to right field. Marufo coming under it, makes the catch. Hangs on to it for out number 2. So a fly out for Olguin, fly out to right field. Second out, and now Lovington is down to their final out. And unless they can get a 2-out rally going here and put 6 on the board. First pitch comes in, and it is a hot one. A lot of pop in the glove from Haynes, but it is a ball. It misses the zone. 1-0 on
Angelina flinched on it, but held off.
Yep, Angelina Corral. She hits at this second one and fouls it off out of play. A high pop fly over our heads for strike 1. So 1-1 count on Angelina. Angelina has had one of the few hits by Lovington in this game. She had a 2 RBI single in the bottom of the 3rd inning, but got stranded. And that's going to be a strike. Call strike 2. 1-2 the count. Now Lovington down to their final strike. Unless they can find a way. And that's a hit right back to the circle. Haynes picks it up and throws over to Blackgoat, and that's the ball game. Third out, score it 1-3 in the books. And Gallup wins this one, 8-2, your final. Lovington going down, but Lovington with this loss, they actually finish 4th in the 4A tournament here. So nothing to hang their heads about. They came in as the 6th seed. They end up winning 4th. And they fall to Gallup in this one. Gallup will move on and turn around and play Artesia right here on this field in just a few minutes. We'll be back to wrap this one up with Lovington Lady Cats State softball action on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Cool 95.7.
Norley Hospital District proudly announces they now offer extended hours in both Lovington and Hobbs medical clinics for all of your minor injuries, minor illnesses, and minor wounds. Norley is working diligently to better serve you. Call ahead for appointments for Lovington Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-396-6611, 396-6611. And for Hobbs Medical Clinic Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Call 575-433-3000, 433-3000. Norley Hospital District, united in service, trusted for life. Dust blowing and the change of weather causes you to feel yucky. Sinus infections, congestion, or even just a routine cold. Chiropractic care can help you. Areola Chiropractic Center helps patients feel their best. See for yourself. Check out Areola Chiropractic Center's Facebook page. Areola Chiropractic Center, helping patients feel better, one spine at a time.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
And welcome back to Lady Wildcat State Softball on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Cool 95.7. As 8-2 is your final, Lovington falling to Gallup in this game, but Lovington finishing 4th in 4A New Mexico ball this season. That's nothing to sneeze at. Here is your game wrap as Lovington scored 2 runs on 4 hits, committed 2 errors, left 8 on base. Gallup scored 8 runs on 15 hits. They committed 1 error, left 8 on base. And Haynes is your winning pitcher, striking out 13, walking 4. And it will be Udahara, your losing pitcher for Lovington. She did manage to strike 1 out, and she had 1 strikeout, no walks before she left. And Sanchez, coming in relief, was able to strike out 3. And that is how this game went. It was just too much Gallup too early in the game, and Lovington just never got really out of neutral in this one. They started, they tried, they had some opportunities, they left some runners on base. They just did not and were not able to hit enough and as often and consistently as they needed to get runners on base and bring them in to try to get more runs in this one. So they fall 8-2, TJ.
Well, they certainly do, but nothing for Coach McCraw and his squad to hang their heads about. A great season, with just a very young team, losing a lot of players from last year's runner-up team and, having to replace a lot of players, but great experience for those younger players coming in. And, just 3 seniors, Avery Marquez, Annalie Chavarria, and Chloe Corral, definitely going to be missed. They've done a lot for the program, but a lot to look forward to going forward.
That's right. So it was Gallup that put Lovington into the consolation bracket with that loss yesterday morning, but Lovington was able to, to come back and win and stay alive in the tournament. And then they beat St. Pius this morning. They beat Miramura yesterday afternoon, then beat St. Pius this morning, and now they fall to Gallup, but they do finish 4th. So, exciting softball here, and yes, good opportunity and good experience for Lovington. Congratulations on a good season to Coach McGraw and the Lady Cats, and thank you to all of the Lovington faithful who made the trip, to those sponsors who have supported Lovington Lady Wildcats softball all season long and through the playoffs, and thank you to those who have been listening and watching and also supporting Lovington sports through our play-by-play opportunities here for you. So for TJ Miracle, and thanks to Tiff Stuber for producing and engineering the game this afternoon, we were able to have that on the air for you on Cool 95.7 and on our streams, HobbsAmerica.com and Lovington Sports YouTube. So thanks again, and that's it. Lovington was the only team from Lee County left here in the state baseball and softball tournaments in Albuquerque. So we are done, and saying a very fond farewell to all the teams here who represented Lee County very well in all of their games. And we only had one team that lost their first game up here, and that was Jowl. Everybody, and Eunice in the quarterfinals yesterday. But really nice representation of Lee County, and a good experience here at the state tournament for 2022-23. So thanks for listening, and that's it. We're signing off with Lovington Lady Cat softball here on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and Cool 95.7.